Trying to move that back. Not a lot of space here to work when you got the double up piece going here, 2 11 by 17s, eating up a lot of space on the desk. Welcome back, everybody. So, long day today. I don't even want to get into it. Suffice to say, we return to wrap this fucking thing up. So, Final Fantasy VII. Gotta wrap this up so I can get the digi-inks done, or started Monday. I think it will take me Monday and Tuesday. Should be done with the digi-inks Tuesday, and off to Brandon for flats. And then I will start laying out Final Fantasy IX Wednesday. That is the goal. That is the goal. Ash is in the chat room. Crusher's in the chat room. What's up, everybody? Let me get this turned on. There we go. Got some more light here. A little bit bright there. Let me see if I can't get Brandon to show up. So today is BlizzCon. Do I sound beat? 3 years later, get your flats from. I expect my flats to be back the following Monday. I'm going to give him a time limit. I've given him no time limit on the other ones. Like, I let him take his time. But on this one, on these moving forward, I'm giving him a time limit. So he'll have it Wednesday. He can get it back to me by Monday at the latest. Because I'm going to need Wednesday to lay out Final Fantasy IX. And then Thursday, Friday. The goal is to get it drawn in 2 days, not 3. Right now it seems to be 3 with commissions, right? So I give myself 10 hours per page. That's typical comic book rates, right? Like 10 hours per page is about your typical sort of comic book artist working, whether they admit it or not. So I'm ahead of schedule on that. Do I sound beat? Yeah, I'm a little, my schedule's a little off, folks. Little mental nonsense this morning, too. So I didn't get as much sleep as I'd like. And then I'll start drawing some of this here. You know, I had some friends of mine in the comic book industry pitch a work potential idea to me, and I don't know, it sort of stressed me out. Put it that way. Get the fat chocobo. Why you want to do it but can't? Well, I can't do anything right now. But even in the future, it's tough, dude, because what you see here, right, Ash? What you see here, what I'm doing right now, doesn't fit anywhere in comics. Like, how I do it, what I'm doing, doesn't fit. So with any job opportunity comes this whole I now have to like learn how to do it their way, you know? And I start to say, well, okay, let me look into it. And then it throws me off, man. Throws off my entire, I start thinking everything I'm doing sucks. Or, why can't I just once fucking get a gig where they're like, we love what you do, just do this. I can't do digital inks on a monthly book. That's impossible. What you see here is what I probably could do. And this ain't gonna cut it. There's no room for inkers. You got to ink your own stuff, you know, and it's just a whole fucking thing, man. You know, or they're like, "Can you make the characters look more like this?" I'm like, "No, I don't want to draw like Mark Brooks, or Steve McNiven, or like it's just a fucking thing, man. Like, I mean, it's tough, dude, because people ask me, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? I'm like, I don't have real control over this, like, um, you know, if your Wonder Woman book came out looking like this, I'd get fucking shit on to no end. Well, man, the thing I told myself was I'll just let it go. I'll give up the dream, and just create my own little arena. And the more I create my own little arena, people go, "Oh man, you're pretty good. But could you do it this way?" And I'm like, "No, see, the reason why this is working is because I'm not getting sucked into this vortex, you know?" Yeah, yeah, it's my style. It's, like, how, if they did get an inker, it's like, can you do rough pencils? And I'm like, I can't draw with pencils, you know. Well, here's the thing, you know, publishers don't want original; they want what is currently selling. They'll tell you what their audience is. So, like to me, all you need with something like this is to get is for me to scan this in, send it off to an inker. They can turn down the opacity, and if they want to use this shade to make blacks, they can. If they don't, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, that would be the dream. Like, just find somebody you kind of collaborate with, and then from the inker to the colors. The problem is there's just no money for this anymore. I mean, I was really thinking about this today. Like think about, Spawn, right? Because we were talking about Spawn yesterday. And, McFarlane started out, right? Drawing and inking his own book. And eventually he had to team up, he teamed up with Capullo where he did layouts, and then McFarlane did rough thumbnails or breakdowns. Capullo did finished pencils, or, his pencils, and McFarlane inked over that. Then it was just Capullo doing his own layouts and McFarlane inking. And that worked for like 70 plus issues, man. I mean, actually like 50 issues until Danny Miki took over the inks too, right? Like Danny Miki jumped in, and it was a phenomenal formula. But the books don't sell like they used to. So now it's like McFarlane inks when like Larson's drawing it, but when like that guy from Poland's drawing it, he ain't inking that. He inks the covers. The interiors, you got to do your, like John Boy did all his own inks, right? So makes you wonder why John Boy probably missed deadlines. Like, the trick to comics is either the art is rough or there's collaboration, or you have the thing now where they're just tracing over endless fucking photos and 3D models. I mean, there are books I've seen where I'm like, that is entirely 3D models, all the characters. You may not be able to tell, but I can tell, you know? And so, no, I kind of don't want to get involved, but every now and then I start to feel really good. Like, yeah, I think I'm on this fucking thing. And then, opportunities appear, and then you're like, start to really question, hey, when I'm done with these projects, would that not be something to pursue? And then I start looking into it and go, okay, well, if I did this and that, and then I say, hey, what about this? And then it's like I did 4 pages on Skylanders last year. They wanted me to draw the book, and I said, well, they said we can do 4 pages. I give it a shot. And drawing like this, right, wasn't gonna fly for the book. You know, it's too rough. You know, like it needs to be super clean. Like this is sketchy pencils. Like if this were a manga, no problem. You know, um, and there is money to be spent on the books. They're just spending it on the guys that are already making money. So when you come in, I mean, like Megan Hetrick does her own inks, and I don't really think she should be inking her stuff. I mean, she's a fucking phenomenal illustrator. Why can't you get her a great inker? Well, there aren't that many. Capullo works with an inker. He wouldn't be able to draw a monthly book if he was inking all that shit. His pencils are super loose. Like that's the formula for win. You know, and I just don't know. I just don't know what to do other than just I have to like just I don't know. It's madness, man. It's madness every time I get involved in it. And it it gets to me on sometimes it gets to me. Yeah, I'll go a while. I'll go a good year or two and be like, I don't care. Um, but today it got the better of me. And my hand was a little sore today too from all the shading. Like I'm just not used to doing this. So then I'm like, look, I can't even fucking hack shading this shit. Like it's it's just a whole thing. Um, like Mark Brooks is a great artist, right? Uh, I don't like his art now. I liked it when he was doing Voltron and Street Fighter. But his art now, I don't care for him. And I got this editor going, but Lucas just bought all of his art. He's fucking. I'm like, then George Lucas can fucking hire him, man. Like I just don't want to draw like him. Like the problem is, like how like I do the shade thing because I'm gonna color it. You know, if I didn't do the shade thing and it was just black and whites without it, then I have to add blacks. And here's the thing, right? I don't do too well with that. You know, I don't do too well with the like where you're like, oh, that goes black there, black there. I'll draw a little like squiggle around something and fill it in with shade. Like I don't see things that way. And I've known this since I was like in high school. I always felt like I'm always gonna just have to make up my own shit because I mean, let's be honest, right? Think about Jeff Smith. Like, if it weren't for Bone and him doing that. But I mean, who was gonna hire him to draw anything? But I don't know, guys. I wish people would just. Sometimes I'm just like, don't. People mean well, when they offer things, but unless you like, I love exactly what you're doing, just do that. They probably should just leave me alone because it's frustrating. Nah, my hand doesn't cramp up, dude. It's not that. It's just from drawing a big piece, you know? It's something I'll get over. That is the least of my issues, you know? It's this whole fucking industry, man, you know? And then I have to feel bad about artists who get picked on Twitter, you know? I'm like, really, man? Just don't fucking go on Twitter. Like, no one's, you don't have to be on Twitter. If all your shit's selling, you don't have to be on Twitter. It's an amazing fact, you know? Like, concept art for video games. Well, here's the thing about concept art for video games. You don't just do art, you have to do modeling. So you might do some concepts, but you got to do modeling and you got to do texturing, you know? And most video games aren't cartoony. Actually, most video games, especially the ones that hire lots of people, they look like it's like when I was they look like Call of Duty. Like when I was in Imagine FX, right? I got the Artist of the Month thing, and they're like, what would be your dream job? And I said, well, it'd be great to work at Blizzard, maybe, because I was near Irvine, right? And so someone from Blizzard had read that and said, hey, I saw your art in there. You know, uh, if you see a job opening, I can give a recommendation. I'm like, well, what is there? Well, there's landscapes, and every one of them involves 3D modeling. Every one of them, bro. You know, and guys, I just can't do it. Like, I don't know how to describe it. I'm extremely limited. Like my era was it. Like I could have gotten to games in the early '90s. That might have been the time to do it. Or the mid '90s. Like, but I'm not ZBrushing my fucking life. It's like I took a job that involved doing stuff other than drawing, and that was t-shirts, graphic design. And I wasted 10 years doing that. You know. So I don't know, man. I'm not looking for anyone to solve my problems. It's just, you would think, it just sucks when you're like, well, I guess the only offers I ever get are fucking Skylanders, man. Like I gotta fucking draw shitty ass fucking can't even put your style on it, bro. It's not like I can do like my version. I have to just draw their shit. So most of the Skylander books are just them redrawing fucking promo art, because that's the only shit Activision will approve. Yeah, well, so I had to let that idea go because every one of them involved texturing and 3D modeling. So, so whatever, guys. I'm not a guy who sits around moping. It's just, there is a level of frustration. It's like, well, hmm. The last thing games really need are artists. They need a little bit of it, but you got to be able to do production. Yeah, well, you know, I don't, I don't really sit around complaining about it. What tends to bug me is when it's like, hey, we'd love to get you to do what you do, except just don't do what you do. You know, what you're doing, that's cool, but can you do it this way? And like that way is nothing like what I'm doing, you know? So the answer is no, you know? Oh, but we love that thing, like the Final Fantasy. I'm like, yeah, well, I have to invent this shit for me to do, you know? Like, I have to invent this crazy shit you see before you to get noticed, only to get told, can you do it art? Fuck, like, you know. You want to draw a Star Wars book? I hope you really enjoy redrawing photos from Star Wars style guides and modeling ships and drawing over 3D models of ships. Or just printing the 3D models out from Maya or SketchUp, and putting them into your art. You know. So, whatever. I'll get over it. The little plushy dudes I'm gonna have to work those in digitally. They're not gonna all fit right there. Uh, Maybe they will. So I don't really care anymore, about what about movie storyboarding? What movies? I don't live in LA. By the way, I have a friend in Hollywood, you know, who was putting up a production studio, and I didn't draw realistic enough, even for storyboarding. You know, I'm like, what do you need realistic for? Just fucking what? I don't know, guys. You know what it is? It's just excuses. The answer is no, so you move on. I'll figure it out. At some point, I'll figure it out. In the meantime, there's other shit to do. Like, this is all just a great distraction. I have to stop answering or looking at emails that say, hey, I work for this fucking na 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 na, this studio. What do you think? Da da na 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 na. You know? Stick to what you're good at, right? Just get good at it. So part of me was like, fuck working today. I'll just sit it out. But I'm like, I gotta get something done. There's just too much to do. I've lost too much time with the move to be having these kind of like stupid existential. I mean, we're all human, you know what I mean? Like when I was a kid, I didn't think it'd be this fucking crazy though. I didn't think, but whatever. Boo hoo. Boo hoo. But that's why I have the YouTube, man, to hang out with all you people. Complain. I think what I want to do now, once I'm done with the fucking Kickstarter shit, and right, so sometime next summer, I think what I might do is start putting together pages just so I can collect my rejection letters. I just actually want a wall of them, you know? So I can just like point. See that wall right there? That's all the people who say no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Normally I just get the verbal, we've moved on, but it would be nice to collect if I never got into art, what career path would I have taken? That's it. This is all I have. This is all I ever wanted to do. I really enjoyed working at a toy store once, but they don't make those. This is all I've been training for my entire life. Like this is all I ever. I really thought I would just, you know, work my ass off and get good at it, and it really wouldn't be that big an issue. But turned out to not be the case. Something like that. No, look, I found a way to make money doing this, and it's just doing what I think works, and getting it out there. So there is, I've had success in that respect. Um, but I have to really stop caring about working for places, being an art teacher. Right, yeah. An art, that's what you do when you can't work, right? You teach. Yeah. I'll never go back to school. I paid off my student loans. I'm never, ever going back to school. Nah, I don't need direction, guys. I just need to stop giving a shit about trying to be like accepted. You know, to stop caring about. Hey, Mike's calling. Oh, it's Chris. Hey, what's up?
Hey man, what's going on?
Uh, there we go. What's up? Anybody here see all the big reveals? Yeah, I was watching BlizzCon all day, dude. Not as many reveals as I would have liked. You know, like honestly. The Diablo 1 thing is nifty, but I mean, I was kind of hoping for another expansion or, you know. And I'm a little bummed, dude, that bummed. It's my day for bummers, right? But it does bug me. Like, I've been watching BlizzCon now online, right? Since 2008. So, like 8 years now, some shit like that. Why can't they stream the art panels? You know? Like, what pisses me off is you can see in the stream schedule, they show you the schedule. You know, on third floor, there's going to be the art of this and the art of that and the engineering and the lighting and the art of all these cool creative fucking panels. They don't stream them, you know? Then I'm like, then don't put them in the fucking schedule, asshole. Like, and the worst part is now where the button is in the streaming is a little play button will appear in that tab because it's automatic, but you can't actually watch it because they don't stream it or even record it for that matter. Here's the word of advice on books, man. There's no money in it. So, like when I do Game Cave books, I don't make money on the book. I have to actually work me getting paid into the Kickstarter because there's no money in books. There's no profit margin. You have to buy them in super large quantities. So, no, I'm not doing an art of book or a how to draw book. So everyone's like, "Oh, sketchbooks every year." I'm like, "There's no money in it. That's why." Well, it's ridiculous. I'm paying fucking $40, and my wife gets it every year because of the pet, you know. But it's just fucking, they can stream this shit, man. You know, like they're making enough money. There's no excuse now. We all want an Overwatch TV series, but you know, but there weren't any big announcements that I was like, oh my god, I can't believe. To be honest, there really wasn't a lot. Like the Overwatch Sports League, I don't fucking care. You know, like I can enjoy esports. You know, I don't really know how to follow the games, but it's compelling to watch. You know, but I like new software. You know, so like we'll see if they announce anything tomorrow. I'll stream all the panels, but that are available for streaming. But can't say that there was really that many. You know, I don't play Hearthstone, so I don't care about. I mean, Diablo is the one I play the most, and then I enjoy the universe of Overwatch. But there really wasn't anything announced other than a new playable characters coming, which okay. You know, if they had announced an animated series or an animated movie or something, that would be amazing. But nothing was announced, so nada. Looks like it's gonna be one of those in between years for the BlizzCons. You know, like I was really hoping they announced a new Diablo or something. Nah, nothing. Just some AI thing they're hooking up with DeepMind to Teach computers to play StarCraft. So that's what I'm saying. There was no big software announcement. No new Diablo anything other than once a year we'll let you play Diablo 1 and Diablo 3. I don't know. Or another expansion, you know? I don't need Diablo 4, just give us an expansion, you know? But great, I can play Diablo 1 and Diablo 3. Wonderful. Oh, look, it's all pixelated. Amazing. Ooh. mm. Hmm. That's what I'm saying. I know it's going on right now, so no one wants to say, this might not be a very good BlizzCon, but I'm saying it's not. It's weak sauce. It's weak sauce. If they would just stream all the damn art panels, I'd be like, hey man, fucking I love these art panels. Yeah, everything's rumors, but I mean, it could have been worse, right? Like, you got to think about this. During the Diablo 20th anniversary panel, they're like, well, initially we were just gonna like make it so you could just listen to the music, from Diablo 1 in game, and I was like, that would have been really bad. Like, if that's all you did, because right now it's still like, you know. But if that's all you did, that would have been bad. I mean, that's like table flipping shit. Like, really, that's it? Yeah, I try not to get too big into like internet rumors because they're usually always wrong. You know, Half-Life 3 is coming out. Like, no, it's not. Well, it is. I think people thought maybe Diablo 4 would be announced because the panel was going to be on the 4th. I think that's why they think. And I'm like, the minute, I come, what day is it? It's the 4th. I'm like, oh, that's why they thought, which, you could absolutely plan that on not happening. I don't know why everyone reads so much into shit like they think. It's been 3 years since Reaper of Souls. You'd think a new expansion, might be something worth. We have a new character you can buy, coming out. A character I can buy. Oh wow, that's amazing. I don't mind paying for the content. Just how about we actually, you know, shit. At least tell me what you're working on next for World of Warcraft. Even though I don't play the game, I'll at least watch that. There was just nothing. There's just nothing new announced in terms of actual game content. Like just some patches, and here's a new map. And, like there's always Hearthstone upgrades, but so what? Like that's funny. That's funny, Josh. Really. The Diablo eyes had some weird thing on it. That's hilarious. Yeah, I don't follow that stuff enough to know, but that's funny. Or something. No, they didn't even mention Chris Metzen. They just announced that the other guy's coming back out of retirement. Well, they did. I think they mentioned. No, no, no. They didn't mention he retired. They just mentioned the other guy retired, and now he's coming out of retirement. I think they had a picture of Chris in like the little tribute video, but they didn't really mention anything. I mean, they should have come. I mean, they should have come right out with the fucking Doomhammer and went for the horde. You right, and did the whole thing and let's give Chris. We miss. Enjoy his new. I mean, something. But who knows, man? You know. You know. Yeah, it's just kind of a ho hum. BlizzCon, you know. Yeah, it's gonna be the Shinra building. Well, I'm with you. Trick of the Advent Children is just to listen to it in Japanese. So you don't have to. But yeah, I know. Clearly, you know, kind of a waste. Will we get another Metroid game? Hey, you got a Metroid game on the Wii. It didn't sell. And they just put a Metroid game on the 3DS and it ain't selling. Now, we all know it's because they sucked, but that's not what they say, you know? Spirits Within was just the Japanese trying to make every Jim Cameron movie simultaneously. You know, it's like you can just see Terminator. The Abyss, Alien 2, pre-Avatar. And I guess in a way Avatar, right? Because the weird mocap thing. Metroid never had a great story, man. You know, it could be. It was just a fun exploration game, but Nintendo doesn't really make giant narrative games, you know? They're still gameplay centric. Fire Emblem's the closest thing. That's the only thing they let a novelist actually write the last one, right? Because of shit they got from the story on the previous one. Have any of the Sonic games really been any decent? Nope. Mark of Cree. Those guys went out of business. They were local to San Diego, man. I had friends of my faculty that worked on them, so they would bring in like the animation director or the Mark of Cree into the classroom while I was still in college. You know, but they ran out of business. Maybe they'll reappear on Kickstarter one day. Yeah, well, they put a lot of effort into the animation and the world design and everything. So, but it came out at a time when Grand Theft Auto, Vice City was taking the fuck off, dude. So, you know, Adventure Battle 2, GameCube games. I'm hoping for Monster Hunter 5 to be on the Switch. A Monster Hunter will be on the Switch. Which Monster Hunter? Who knows? I'd expect a port at first before a new title. And since they're releasing a Monster Hunter on 3DS rather soon, I don't know. Don't expect them to cannibalize sales of a title they already have out. Might be a while. These are just simple, like, You know, it's just simple math. Yeah, it's a cool series. It's a little easier to play in the form of like Xenosaga. It has like similar or Xeno Chronicles, Xenoblade Chronicles. But yeah, it can be a little tough with the Monster Hunter. You know, it's cool. Gotta really be into stats. Kari Warriors. I don't know. I don't know. All I wanted was some new Diablo expansion news, you know? A trailer. And let us know it's coming in a year or two. Something. Nothing. We need a trailer for Red Dead that's more than a minute. I mean, that was ridiculous. It's a Japanese game, bro. You know, like it's very Japanese. So, yeah, either really appeals to you or it doesn't. You know, once you got some friends and you co-op and you battle, it's a lot of fun, but it's hard to get into. Yeah, actual gameplay. I'm with you. I mean, it will all happen eventually. Just don't see the point of putting out a minute 40 long trailer. I'm waiting for actual gameplay footage from the new Genova Gen game. Little teaser image they put out looks dope, but we'll see why they're just gonna sit here and wait. Yeah, but say when you play with your friends, like local co-op, that's where Monster Hunter really shines. You know. I'd rather they make another Maximo game. Maximo's way better. Maximo! Did you see the Blaster Master Zero though? That's pretty cool. That was a nice surprise. Best game announced during BlizzCon. It had nothing to do with Blizzard. No, Maximo. I hope to keep the storyline from the original Japanese release. The American storyline was reworked and stupid, like he's looking for his frog. The original storyline was way cooler. It's more like Voltron. Yeah, Maximo PS2. Those guys need to get together. Make a Kickstarter. Rival schools. Hey man, they can't make Street Fighter right now. They don't need to be fucking up other franchises. Street Fighter 5 is a fucking joke, dude. I mean, the game might be fun now, but come on, man. They would never make rival schools. They release three fighters and DLC their entire fucking game. You know, Capcom has seriously got some. They got some serious fucking issues over there. That is the worst Street Fighter rollout I've seen since EX Alpha Plus. And I like EX Alpha Plus, but that was a botched fucking game. Shipped within months of release of Alpha 3 on the PS1. Got decimated. But at least, yeah, no way Street Fighter 5 should have been full price, bro. Like that. That is that's one of the biggest rips ever. The last time, I think that's the biggest rip I've seen them pull since Resident Evil, the director's cut. Remember, we were supposed to have all that special footage that they they mastered the wrong version. It had no cut footage, and they still charged full price, and there was nothing different about it. Not really into Soul Calibur anymore, man. Kind of like had its run for me. Still love the one on the Dreamcast. And when they put Link in that one on the GameCube was cool. But yeah, I hate prequel Yoda. I differ on this one than you, Hector. I don't want Yoda jumping around doing flips. I'd rather play Soul Calibur with capeless Spawn. It's always great when they give Spawn no cape. Meanwhile, the guy's making Mugen fucking what do you call it? Mugen mods can pixelate Spawn's cape just fine. That's why that Link at least is somewhat medieval. Yeah, kind of fit the thing. I'll give them this credit. At least it was Star Wars that was in there for the sake of being fun, and they weren't trying to like make that shit like canon. I hate when they do that. Like the Star Wars games should never be canon. Just be a fucking video game. You know? It would have been a better fit to put Cloud in that game than it would have. Or Chrono. Wouldn't that be great? Put Chrono in that game. Chrono on the PS2. And I guess they could have put Halo in. Or Master Chief, right? With the little laser sword, I suppose. Primal Rage was cool. It just wasn't a very deep fighter. It was cool. You know, dinosaurs fighting one another. That's fun. Like Bloody Wars, you know? These days, you're more likely to get Fruit Ninja and Soul Calibur than you are. We put Fruit Ninja in Soul Calibur. Clucky Road. You know, they put Clucky Road in fucking Bloody Roar. It's Bloody Roar with Clucky Road. That'll get the kids. That'll get them. See, there you go, League of Legends. Turn Soul Calibur into a MOBA fighter. Perfect. Yeah, the Xbox version can have World of War tanks on there too. We put World of War tanks. You got to fight a tank. It'll be like that Sega game where you had to fight a Daytona car. Like fighting virtue. No, what was that? Fighters something. You could play as the Daytona car. Uh, Later, Josh. Muscles. Hey, at least they put that one muscle game on. Or they put them in that fighting game on the Wii, remember? Tetsu Naku versus whatever. Yeah. Tatsunoko versus Capcom. Yeah. Don't ask me why I remember this shit, man. Later, dude. Copic multi-liner, and this is a Faber-Castell. It's slightly thicker, because I ran out of like point .5s and point .8s of the Copics. Yeah, I use the .03, the .05, and the 1.0 primarily. For the thicker outlines, the .8 works pretty good, but I ran out, so Sharpie pen will do too. You know, I just happen to have these Faber-Castells lying around. They work all right. Brush pens. Hard to feel. I do use sometimes I use a Copic one, but I don't know, man. Hard to feel where they are on the paper. You know, I think mentally you either get it or you don't. You know what I mean? Like you're just some people are just predisposed. All I gotta do is draw emerald and ruby, and that'll be that. Uh, I just draw all day, man. So when there's stuff to draw, I draw. So I'm usually on every day, more or less. Weekends off and on, but during the week, Next week, well, I got to do digital inks on this, so that's coming up, and I got Final Fantasy 9 after this, plus some commission stuff in between. Some guy called Power Prints. So once a year or so, I do a print-based Kickstarter. So these were like stretch goals. So after I got all the print shipped out, then there were people who could pick from the stretch goals, and this time there just happened to be a lot of them. Uh, Probably went a little overboard, so it's taking me longer than I anticipated, but lesson learned. I appreciate y'all hanging out. Usually I have some people on with me, like at night, like when they get home, like Brandon will jump on, or Mike, or not all the time, but off and on. So it's not just me. Depends. So basically, I just wanted to start to get like I had a bunch of these to do for Game Cave anyway, so I was like, well, I'll throw them in the stretch goals. And then it was also like, hey, it'd be nice to push myself. Instead of doing single characters, I'll actually get around to doing the pieces I've been wanting to do. But like anything else, it's like, wow, it does take more. That takes a lot of effort. But it's cool, man. Like it's working out. And it's having the effect that I wanted. You know, like I'm getting noticed, so I don't mind doing the work. You know, it does sort of suck because I can't like you can't do anything else until you get all the shit done. So there's that too. But I had to start taking commissions again, just so I pay for my supplies. I try not to take it out of the house funds. Right. So that's just a way of people paying me to get better without having a Patreon. Oh yeah, yeah. Between that and the commissions, yeah, I don't really have to. You know, I've thought about maybe getting a regular side thing just to have some vacation money. But I'll think about it once I'm done with Game Cave. I mean, it works because I do everything. So I'm not like paying people to color my stuff or ink my stuff or ship my stuff. So because I do everything, yeah. Well, I don't care about the time, dude. You know, I don't really give a shit about that part. Like I know people are like, "Oh, what do you think?" I'm like, I don't know, man. Pick something else. Don't wait. You want your stuff to ship today? Then pick some of the other stuff. If I wanted deadlines, I'd go work for fucking IDW. And I didn't have to do multiple characters. I could have just been like, here's a cloud. I'd be all done if I just did single, but I've done that many times before in the past. Here's a single Darth Vader. Here's a single Princess Leia. But, you know, everyone has that. So I need to do the things that not everyone's going to have. And that's because they're insanely difficult to do. Gotta go a little further out to sea, right? A little further out to sea. Trying not to get caught in the storm. Next time I won't do like 15 of them. you know? Yeah, and to me, this is just stuff I would have done at Play if that magazine had never gone under. You know? These are things that were on the list. You know? So I'm trying to complete that journey. Yo.
Hello,
Hey, what's up?
and hello, everybody.
Finally, Brandon comes home.
That I am. Went to watch my little cousin's basically last football game in high school.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's most likely going to get a scholarship somewhere, D1 for football. So
That's
won't be his
cool.
last game, but yeah, um, which is good, 'cause college is expensive. So
Tell me about it.
right, so if you can get a free ride,
Tell your wife.
yeah. Oh, I know. I share the debt now.
Well,
And
not
she told
legally.
me. Uh, Well, when she told me the amount the other day, I almost wrecked her car. I was like, well, if I wreck the car and we both die, we don't have any debt. So.
Why am I complaining about my art? I'm not complaining, bro.
Let's see. Ash is in the room.
We had a bunch earlier, man. We were all talking about
Oh, nice.
Nintendo games and shit, and having a nice discussion about.
Oh, so did you do the video game podcast tonight?
No, I didn't feel
Oh,
like doing a podcast tonight about video games.
can I talk about video game stuff?
Sure.
All right. So the new Modern Warfare, right? That's came out, Infinite Warfare, whatever. It's like in space and shit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get it. I don't want it. Then I see, and this is how they get you. They probably knew their sales were gonna be shit. What they did was they redid the Modern Warfare 4,
Mm-hmm.
Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, which is by far the best one ever made and my favorite. I love the campaign on it. I like the maps, everything. And I'm like, I gotta check it out. But I think the only way to get that
Yep.
is if you
You
buy the
have to buy it.
stupid. I was like, you son of a bitch! I was so pissed about that today. My buddy's like, man, they got our favorite Modern Warfare, number 4, the good one. I'm like, what? And then I look and I'm like, wait, I don't think I could just buy this. I think I have to buy the stupid, and then I have to buy
Yeah.
the $80 version.
Mm-hmm. And guess
I'm
what?
like,
Guess what? We'll download first. The 51 gigs of the other game.
yeah,
You could download the other game in order.
yeah. So I was like, no, I can't do it. Can't justify it. I got Pokemon coming out in a couple weeks, so Plus, I've been working all this overtime for Jessica's birthday. I'm not gonna go out and spend it on some stupid game I don't want.
Or that you already own. It's because it'll be a little prettier.
Yeah, right. So I'm good. Oh, that reminds me, I gotta take my night stuff so I can fall asleep after this. Get up and work.
Speaking of complaining, so, a while back, Eric Larson was complaining about how people complain that he doesn't draw like he used to when he was younger. And he's like, hey, we all change, you know? And
Hmm.
then today he was like clowning something John Byrne drew, and then posting up, look what John Byrne was kicking ass. I'm like, mm-hmm.
That's funny.
I didn't want to be that guy though, that said
Right.
something because that'll
Right.
come to fucking haunt me. And he has a point, but
Yeah.
can't get compliments all the time.
Right. What are people thinking?
Would you hit the mute?
Yeah, I was just taking some medicine. I didn't think anybody wanted to hear that. Slurp, slurp, slurp. Me and Rob are both going to go see Doctor Strange tomorrow. Ash was asking if either one of us have seen it.
Yeah, so no spoilers. I'll go see it. I already got my tickets. Go see it tomorrow.
I think I'm seeing it tomorrow around 4 p.m. or so, give or take.
It's interesting, man. There's this whole argument that they whitewash some of the film and this character should be Asian and they're not. These are coming largely from the Asian community, and I'm like, okay, you can feel that way. That's a legitimate gripe. I get it. You're
Hmm.
like a white guy comes in and does martial arts better than all the Asian people. I'm like, all right, but what if the only Marvel superhero only does Asian shit? You know what I mean? Like, only does kung fu. Like, wasn't that Bruce Lee's argument? Like, well, how come Asian actors are only signed up for samurai movies and kung fu flicks? Can't we do other shit? Like Brandon Lee was the Crow, right?
Right.
Not really doing a ton of martial arts in that movie. Like some stunts and gunplay, but no more than I don't know, man. Like I figure they're fucking damned if they do. I mean, I'm all for diversifying the cast. Like I think Danny Rand, but then again, martial arts, right?
Right.
Like, what if they cast, because Nick Fury, right? So what if they cast Tony Stark? He's Asian in the, no, that's Superman now, right? Chinese
Hulk.
Superman,
Hulk.
Hulk.
Oh, yeah, Hulk
I
and,
don't.
yeah, Hulk. No, Hulk and Superman. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, they'll eventually get to that. Like once they reboot them enough, they'll just different
No, but
actors
yeah,
will
you're,
play.
you're right. They do have a Superman and a Hulk. But I like the actress that they have as the main sorcerer chick. I liked her in what was it, Constantine? She
Well,
was the
I hear you, but I'm just telling you. I'm not the one making this argument.
no, no. I like that guy though. They got from Serenity. I'm not gonna
It's
try to
like
say
it's
it.
like when they complain about the Matrix. How come they got Keanu Reeves doing all this shit when it's white people saving the world again? I'm like, well, that's because Will Smith turned the fucking role down.
Right.
Like
Which a lot of people don't even know that. You
yeah.
know.
So perhaps if Will Smith hadn't turned the role down, yeah, they want to piss off the Chinese. Well, oh well, like, I don't know what to do about that, man. You know, I
There's no
think I
way to
think Marvel
please
should I think
everybody.
Marvel should hear it, and they'll they'll do what they do. They'll correct, but I don't know what to I just don't know. Like no one was saying, hey, how come Liam Neeson's training Batman in fucking Tibet? You know, turns
Yeah.
out that the main bad guy in Tibet's also a British guy. How come British guy? Like it isn't the actual. So I don't know, man. I get it, and Star Wars is great, right? The only thing I wish with Rogue One they had cast the main chick. Just I wish they cast someone that I don't know, redhead, black, anything that didn't just kind of look like the chick they just cast in Episode 7.
Yeah.
Because half the people I know, like they're just normal people, they don't know a fucking thing about Star Wars. They think that's the same chick. They think that's Daisy Ridley. They can't
Ah,
tell the difference. You know?
yeah.
All those British brunettes look and sound the same to them. So no, because they were trying to play against stereotypes. But he turned it down. So I don't think Will Smith would have been yucking it up. He would have played it fairly straight. I'm certain.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, Kim Watanabe should have been Ra's al Ghul, but you see how that works? They get you. I told you, man. One day, dude, the Chinese have so much fucking money. One day, they're gonna make the John Woo version of the Declaration of Independence, and like Chow Yun Fat's gonna play George Washington. And it's gonna be a whole Asian cast. I cannot wait. Like I will be first in fucking line, dude. You know, can't wait. Michelle
I'd go.
Yeoh is Susan B. Anthony.
I would go see it out of curiosity.
Like the gun. They're doing the musket foo. With fucking
Right.
bald eagles flying out behind him and
They're
shit.
kicking
Yeah.
the bottom of it. It's twirling in the air. You jump up, you
Yeah,
stab
yeah,
somebody
yeah.
with it.
Like he's got the flag in a pole, and like he's doing all martial arts with the flag and
Right.
shit. Like the way they do the ribbon shit, but like all
Right. He slaps you with the flag. He rolls it up. He slaps you again with it.
crouching eagle, hidden freedom, whatever they want to call it. Can't wait. Well, they got the money. It's gonna happen, dude. It's just they'll never like you're never gonna see the Chinese go, oh, we're gonna make them. We're gonna because they like American cinema, right? And I read a whole article on this. Apparently, like the Chinese locals, they hate it when when we throw in Asian actors to think we're
Uh,
appeasing their culture because they want to see our shit. They don't give a. And they're like, oh, they just threw like Iron Man 3. Like they just threw those actors in there because they're trying to like appease to us. Fuck that shit. Like they hate that. Like the exact
right.
thing we say we should be giving them, they hate. They want to see the big American stars. That's why like Fast and the Furious kills over there. Because they're just putting all these fucking giant stars in the movie. That's what they want to see. So they have their own movies. They don't need us trying to make their fucking films. They want to see our shit. So, um, That's why World of Warcraft didn't have one major Chinese actor, right? Killed over there. You know. But one day, man, Abe Lincoln. Yeah, man, Abraham Lincoln. You know, Ken Watanabe is Abraham Lincoln. Jackie Chan is Abraham Lincoln. Abe Rising, you know, or some shit like that.
So I could just make a spin-off, Happily Abe After.
No, that's the American version. You gotta think Chinese cinema.
Just have it. They do like they do the raid, but with the White House, so it just it's horizontal. Like you start at the left side of the White House and make your way all the way to the right side.
Like, we'll get you for putting Matt Damon in our fucking Great Wall of China movie. You know? We'll get you. We'll get you. Yeah, Jet Li. There you go. Jet Li is Abraham Lincoln. He's freeing the slaves. Like, then it'll be fair. Fox News will be like, this is tyranny. You know, can't wait. Raid in the White House, dude. Yeah.
Did you not hear me say that?
I was agreeing with you.
Oh, I thought you were reading the chat. Like, did you
Brian is
not?
so eager to get credit for the shit he says, you know?
No, I just want to make sure you're listening to me when I talk. Otherwise, what's the point of me being on here?
I listen to you when you talk. Yeah, they will too. They'll be like, China doesn't respect us. This is propaganda. You know, they won't call it whitewashing. We know what they'll call it. I can't say it though because that'll be the clip that ends up on the internet. We know what they'll call it. It'll be a great day. Great day for freedom. It'll happen. I can't wait. Ben Franklin does like the drunken monkey style and shit. You know, like the drunk. He's drinking, spewing fire out and shit. John Hancock actually uses like fucking roosters and shit. He's got like a rooster style. Like they'll work all the innuendo in, you know.
Hmm.
And then they'll work Transformers in somehow, like and Merlin and the Nazis. Cause why not? You heard about that?
Hmm.
Yeah, there's also Nazis and Merlin in the new Transformers movie. Can't wait.
Seriously?
Brandon, can I make this up?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, Lincoln can do that. You know that ball and that ball thing that Gogo does in fucking Kill Bill. He could do
Yeah.
that with the slave shackles and shit. Like he's slinging them around his neck and pow, 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 just taking out Confederate soldiers and shit. Like, The most racist movie ever made. NTMNT. Yeah, NTMNT. In Warcraft. Speaking of shitty Asian cinema, you ever sit through a movie called V Wars?
V Wars? No.
Yeah, they shot this down in fucking L.A. with the kid from fucking Roswell. Remember that show? Yeah, apparently he still had a career for a while. He was trying to be the next Tom Welling. Didn't work out for him. And
Right.
it's they shot it in L.A. on like no budget, and then, like there was like all these I don't know, D Wars I think it was called. So it's supposed to be like all these dragons are hidden underneath the buildings, and
Uh,
it's the world's shittiest fucking CG effects. Like it was before Sharknado, People don't know that
oh
people
well.
took it way too serious, but D Wars, yeah. My buddy, um, he's Chinese. He's like, "Oh man, dude, you'll like this." I'm like, "You like, I'm like, "Oh, D Wars." That's one of the fucking worst movies I ever saw. He was like heartbroken. Really? I mean, it was pretty. He was like really shook up. That took a rage and shit on that one. It was fucking waste of my life, to watch this shit. Because at the time I was in school, and I'm like, don't waste my time with shitty fucking movies, dude. Like you want
All
to
right.
hand me a fucking American Psycho or some shit? There you go. D Wars, you know. Yeah, Dragon Wars, but I think it was like called D Wars on the. It wasn't drag, It was like they tried to abbreviate it, make it all
All right.
fucking hip and shit. See, they didn't know they were making a shitty movie, Brandon. No one told them.
All right.
Like they didn't know they were making Sharknado. Like if they had known they were making Dragonnado, they could have like put a bunch of stupid jokes in there to kind of help sell it.
All right.
They actually thought they were making.
Like a serious good movie. Rob, are you looking forward to the new Puppet Master film?
Man, I wasn't
Ask
looking forward
Ash.
to the three fucking shitty sequels. I mean, like the first Puppet Master was like one of those movies coming out on Cinemax. You're like, it's Puppet Master. You're a kid. You're like, all right, you know what I mean? Like, I'll watch some of this shit. Beats Ghoulies.
It creeped
Like,
me out.
huh?
It creeped me out. Puppet Masters, when I first saw it, creeped me out. I was probably too young for it. I don't know. I'm not into horror movies though. Like that shit isn't my.
I'm not into them. It's just there wasn't much in the '80s on Cinemax, bro. You know what I mean? I was left. I was left with no sport. I couldn't go outside. My father wouldn't let me. You know how like most parents like get outside. Not my dad.
Yeah.
He was like, if you fucking go, like I was like a little dog. Like you go near that fucking door. Like, don't do it. So all I had to look forward to was whatever TV. The TV guy was my favorite fucking thing because I could plan my whole week. You know.
All I know is if they make another Puppet Master movie, those puppets better not be all white, because people will complain.
Only one of
No,
them was.
nothing. No, I'm being a smartass because we're talking about whitewashing movies.
cute, Brandon.
I am cute. I'm a damn adorable person.
On Tinder. Grinder, right? Grinder.
Whichever one gets me the dates.
Do they need to raise money for Puppet Master? Can't you just make that shit? Which money do you really need?
I'm guessing you're gonna donate to it, Ash. You seem to be in the know.
Is Zach Braff in it? Then I'll donate.
Fuck.
Only
Fucking
if
heads
Zach.
out of it. Trying to draw boxes and they just.
You know who should make a fucking Puppet Master movie is Kevin Smith. He's making some weird shit now. May as well, right?
Like yoga
Sure.
houses.
I mean, yeah, he wants to make some weird sausage Nazi films, dude. He can make them with fucking killer puppets. I'll watch that. Why not?
All right.
Get Bruce Campbell to voice one of those fucking things.
Or have him fight them. Excuse me.
Bratzies. Right? That's what they're called? Bratzies.
Ash said he almost donated to the Puppet Masters, but nah, it was months ago and they got their money.
I gotta draw that last little fucker back there. It's always that last one. I'm like, ah, really? Really? Did I have to do that one right back there? And yes, because it'll be the one motherfucker is like, you didn't put in Ruby, or Emerald,
Yes.
I know because when I posted the first half of this piece on Instagram, I was like, you forgot Vincent. Like, I forget, right? I just forgot half the fucking team, you know? Sorry, I didn't. It's hilarious. It's like the X-Men one. There's gonna be something I don't have it. I'll be like, you didn't put long shot in. Shit like that. Like, I can't fit everything.
No. Can't please everyone, Rob.
My favorite is that you forgot. That's my favorite one. You forgot. Like, right, I just totally, just, you know, brain fart. And
You made a tiny character, Rob. You son of a
Yeah, I made the tiny Hulk. Although Matt Moylan from Udon commented, he's like, "Dude, there should be a fucking story where Hank Pym shrinks him, and we get Pocket Hulk." I'm like, "Oh, I would love Pocket Hulk." I'm like, "How about
I'm looking at it right
or
now.
or how about Tony? I Shrunk the Hulk, like little Pocket Hulk, like
But
huh?
weren't you ripping
Yes,
on the people for doing the tiny characters?
yeah. Well, if
You
McFarlane can draw Doctor
you
Strange tonight, McFarlane drew Doctor Strange tonight. So you know,
you.
there's no more. There
Uh-huh.
is no God. You know,
Uh-huh.
I'm
Looking at
selling out.
I'm looking at McFarlane's page. I don't see.
Yeah, he did a whole video drawing Facebook Live, bro. Gotta follow his
Oh,
Twitter.
I'm on his. I think I'm on his Facebook too. I know I'm on his Twitter. Let's see. Todd McFarlane. Yeah, I follow his. Let's see. Well, how about that?
Oh, so
I
it's not like
can't
he.
believe I can't believe you bought into a trend, Rob.
I know it's me, man.
I'm gonna bring that up on the podcast.
If all you want to do is pick every time we hang out, it's not gonna go well for you. Remember you and Josh? Remember how that went?
You pick more than
And
anybody.
I warned you about
You
playing
pick
with
you
him. I
you pick
warned you,
you pick
and
like
I'm
fart.
warning you now. Right? I'm warning you now, Brandon.
You're such a tyrant. You're no fun.
I'm warning you now. If that's
Dic,
what you
dic,
would like this to become,
Dictator Rob. All
that's
right,
what you
fair
want this
enough.
to become, you will be the one who
That would
suffers.
be that would be funny though to see like Pym particle. Like no one's ever. I don't know why no one's ever done
Yeah,
that. That's
Pocket Hulk.
actually
Yeah, there's no tiny Hulk story, right?
right.
That's that would be. I'm like as I thought, I'm like that's a good idea, man. Congrats. Now I want Pocket Hulk.
Shit. I have to retweet that. Let's see. Where's it at? I'm gonna put. I'd buy that for $1.
99.
I'd buy that for $1. That guy's probably dead.
Well, they didn't put him in the RoboCop remake
Yeah, that's sad.
with
They didn't put a lot. They didn't put
Captain
RoboCop in the
Flag or whatever.
RoboCop
Well, you were the
remake.
one who said you liked it.
Huh?
Remember, you were like, "Oh, I'm looking forward to that." And I was like,
Yeah, and
"Good
then I
luck.
fuck it, and then I hated it.
Good luck with
I didn't
that
hate
one."
it, but it wasn't good.
It's like if they remade Goonies today, dude. It would have like undead skeleton warriors all over the place, and Johnny Depp would play one of them. Shit-tastic. Is that shitastic.com? Is that taken? Just fucking do shitastic. Shitastic, just all the fucking shitty sequels. Crapping
Fair
them
enough.
out every summer. Come crapping them out at a theater near you. Shitastic. Da-na-na-na. Yeah, but they already made it shitty Starship Troopers sequels, man. They put them on direct to DVD.
Yeah.
So, who cares? Now, if they'd make Lego Starship Troopers, that would be worth. It's like ultra violent. They're just ripping the Legos apart. Ah. So the goal is to have this to you Tuesday night or by Wednesday night of next week for you to start flatting.
Okay.
I need it no later than Sunday night. So
Okay.
that gives you Wednesday through Sunday. You gotta speed it along. I don't need every little fucking rivet. You know, the big characters and the big items, you know? Teeth.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna go in there and make the fucking little rings on the goggles, all sorts of shit. But I can't, it can't take 2 weeks to do flats, man. You know?
Okay.
There's just too many to do.
Oh, so they're rebooting Starship Troopers, really?
Yeah.
All right.
They're gonna mix it with Tetris. Starship Tetris. Just gonna battle Tetris pieces as they fall from the sky.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Well, they're making Tetris movies. 3 of them.
You talking about the Pixel movie?
No, Tetris.
You shitting me?
No, I'm dead serious. It's gonna be a sci-fi movie about building like a defense wall against aliens and Tetris pieces.
Is Donald Trump like the lead general or what?
No, I'm dead serious, bro. Look it up. Can't make this shit up.
I believe you. Well, good for Hollywood.
China. They're already starting. Told you. They got that FU money, man. I don't mean foo. You know? It's funny. Didn't even mean to do that. They already did that in the Pacific Rim. Remember, they put a wall. I don't even get that analogy. Like, I'm like, okay, you put a wall in the movie to make fun of building a wall can't keep aliens out because they're xenophobic. But are you then, Guillermo, are you then saying that Mexicans are giant monsters that have to be then eradicated? Like, I don't understand. Like, like, you know, it's not.
Yeah.
I don't. It's not like the monsters are coming here to work. Like, I don't. I don't understand the analogy, Brandon.
The monsters are stealing our jobs. They're stealing all our jobs. My throat hurts too much to do the South Park thing. Crap.
There
There you go.
It's just funny, man. It's like, I get what you're doing, but you have to complete that. You can't just put that shit in a movie. You know? Put a wall to keep me up. Just like that. Guillermo. Why? What was the news that was going on now? Olivia Munn was cast in the new Predator movie. I'm like, that doesn't help. Like, you know? I was giving her the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, yeah, she looks just like Psylocke. Oh shit. Wizard casting. You know what I mean? Looks just like him, can't act worth shit, you know?
Yeah.
Just gonna get her confused with Megan Fox in another year, you know? Like that Tron chick. Let's get her confused with Megan Fox.
Oh yeah. What the fuck is her name?
Olivia Wilde, right?
Olivia Wilde. Yeah.
That's the other Olivia. That I
She's
also
got.
get confused with Olivia Munn. I get them all confused, Brandon. I can't tell.
Set my alarm.
No, man, you got. If I give it to you Wednesday, I need it by Tuesday night. So you get a full week. But you can't go over that. I don't want to see progress. This really shouldn't be that hard. You know? Like this building here can be one big piece. You know? Shit like that. You just gotta. Don't overcomplicate.
Can do. Can don't. One of the two.
Matter of fact, I'm thinking. Hmm.
It's gonna either be good or really bad.
No, I gotta figure out what we gotta figure out a shorthand. If I say only make the full characters, that's not gonna work because we gotta work it out. It has to be a halfway point. Just get the big things, right? So if he has got little belt buckles, make it all one color. I'll go in there and change it. You know what I mean?
All right. Yep.
I don't need like the little things because I have more free time than you. You know what I mean? So I need the bigger shit squared away. I can deal with all the other. Now what happens is I go to use the space bar on my keyboard to
Uh,
move my because I keep my roughy lines open while I work so I can see the original drawing.
and it
And
hangs up.
spacebar means hang up on Skype.
Mm.
So that's what happens.
Well, now I know.
Like these big dudes in the back, these big robots, just by themselves. You know,
Hmm.
I don't need all them. Same with the plushies. Plushies can be just one piece because I'll go in there and just paint in the fucking. I don't need their hair selectable. You know what I mean? I can just paint it in, like, but I need them all selectable. So the big characters I get more for Cloud and these ones up front, you know. But the little
Yeah.
things can be single selections, all the major characters. And then if they have like belt straps, just make it one piece, you know, one color. And then I'll get the little bits, you know. So I just see you killing yourself sometimes on that. I'm like, don't use it, you know. Gonna get 10-foot wall with the flashing light. Yeah. 10-foot wall, the giant fucking prints. Be like the Balfour, bring out the fucking 20 women.
That's how you do it. That's how
Wonder
you
why he's
do it.
married. You know what I mean? Wonder why he has troubles. I don't know. I always think about that. Like that time he brought out all them chicks. I'm like, son, Mike, oh man, my wife's cool with this. I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, I was like, I hope that's true. Like, we were having dinner, and I told him, I was like, it was at a hotel, you know? We just all happened to be sitting next to each other. I'm like, I hope that's true, Mike. Oh no, that's really cool. We go to strip clubs. I'm like, I hope that's true. 'Cause I had a lot of friends in the army who used to tell me the same shit. You know? I'm sure Jenny McCarthy must be loads of fun to a point. You know, like she must be down for hanging out and doing all sorts of shit until I don't know. Man. Then that wall of women he brought out, I'm like, damn, dude, I don't get it. What are you doing? They all on a calendar? My cause girls. That's crazy. Never seen anything like it.
Right.
I don't even think they were dressed up. They were just wearing like sports jackets, like you know, like booth babes at a trade show. That's what I was like. Wow. I don't give a fuck if it gets back to him. That's what I told him.
Yeah. There's nothing you didn't say to him.
Yeah. He doesn't recognize me when he sees me anyway. He's always looking at me like he kind of remembers. He wants to say, but he's uncertain. Gives me that look, you know. And then I don't recognize him. Like I don't like call him out. So he's like, you know, it's kind of fucked up. But it is funny to watch him give me the look. He's trying to. He's like, you grew a beard. I'm like, no, I just didn't shave for 5 days. Next time I should just grow a giant beard, like a giant Abe Lincoln beard or something.
Do it.
Super Hasidic, just fucking grow out the side tassels and shit. That was a joke on SCT. Rick Moranis did a joke. He was doing this Yiddish thing, and he takes the glasses off, and the side tassels are attached to the glasses. It's hilarious.
Sam asks, what is this piece of? It's Final Fantasy VII. It is two 11 by 17 or 11 by 14 pieces put together.
11 by 17.
It is two 11 by 17 pieces of paper put together.
Yeah. Mega. Ash. Ash got jokes. Now he's Red Ash. Ooh, if you know what I'm talking about. If you know what I'm talking about. I like how they make that science fiction Call of Duty thinking there's nothing else to do, and EA releases a World War One game that kicks its fucking ass. Hilarious. I hear they actually put a good story mode in Titanfall 2, but no one knows because they were so burnt on the last game.
Yep. So everybody's been saying they're like,
Yeah.
there's like this got a really good story and campaign. I'm like, with Titanfall? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, the first one didn't have one. They're like, yeah, but this one's got a good one. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's on with Tifa and Cloud. Thanks. I got a Final Fantasy 7, a 9, and a 6, but the 6 will be One Piece. I drew the line, Brandon.
Yay! You draw a lot of things. Blah, wow, 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 wow.
Thanks, Brandon.
Mm-hmm. That's what I do's.
Yeah,
Okay,
she didn't get
iPhone.
your joke.
Yeah.
Now Siri knows how we all feel.
Ah,
Ah!
I like how you tell me not to poke, and you're still poking.
Yeah.
Such a dick. Welcome to Dickcraft.
Chocobos. Yeah, they kind of come from Nausicaa. Yeah, they made a few of those, like Chocobo Dungeon and stuff. Breathing pretty heavy there, Brandon.
I didn't think I was breathing heavy at all.
Yeah,
I'm also probably breathing out my mouth instead of my nose.
probably.
Also, what of it?
I gotta listen to it.
Yeah? Enjoy it.
No.
Alright, fair enough. How about now?
Yeah, but stop whispering.
Sam says there was one game I played on NDS that was called Chocobo Tales.
Yeah, they.
And it literally,
Yeah, Chocobo. We were talking about. I was saying they made a few Chocobo games, like Chocobo Dungeon. That's what I was saying.
Hmm. All right, I'm gonna head to bed. I gotta get up for work at 7. Talk to you tomorrow or Sunday.
Yep.
All right. Night.
Yep. I'll want this by Wednesday. He won't have it till like Friday or the following weekend. I know him. Doesn't matter what I. He probably spent 20 minutes tonight practicing. Granted, he had to go to the football game, which I'm not gonna knock him, but it takes forever to get started. Something I'm working on. Scheiße. I don't know. Done worse. All the colors already figured out. So that's why I start with the color roughy. Because after you draw the stuff, you don't want to have to figure out how you're coloring it. That's why I start with the color roughy. You were like, it's a lot of effort for a rough. I'm like, well, it's because I'm not going to want to do any of this after I get done drawing some of this shit, you know? I call it peace of mind insurance, you know? Like I know where it's going, you know? I know how much love I need to put into certain things and which things can be atmospheric and like I don't need to draw the lines on the building or the windows, you know, because I'll just paint little blobs of fucking light in on that. It's no point in that sort of thing. It's like even all the shading, it's not just for effect. It's so I kind of have a lighting guide when I go to do the shades for the color. You know, that's a step beyond the roughy. So I just look at, I drop out all the red, then I just use it as a guide. So it's probably a 12-hour coloring job. And then I'll let it sit for a night and come back and do a couple hours worth of edits. Yeah, that'd be the whole point. Man, I don't know a fucking thing about cars, bro. Sucks though, you know? Sucks when you gotta throw more money into one, that's for certain. Yeesh. That happens sometimes, right? Happened to my buddy. Maybe. Alright, let's see if we can't zoom. I don't even think this whole piece can fit into the fucking camera. Close, right? It's as far as it zooms out. sign this shit somewhere, right? I used to put it up there, but I don't want to put the signature up there anymore. I don't like doing the giant signature thing. I'll just put it right here. There we go. It's a start, right? We gotta get this sucker scanned in. But tomorrow is actually my anniversary, so I might be on later that night. I don't know. We'll see how we do. I have to get this Batman piece drawn. It's a commission. It's been hanging out there too long. So I'm gonna try and get that started tomorrow night and wrapped up Sunday. The lines on the Batman piece, so I can send that guy some progress. Thanks. And then we've got so much to do this week. And I gotta take that driver's test. I'm gonna get some sleep. The one with the gargoyle. Yeah, with the giant gun. That's gotta get going. But after this, it's gonna be super easy. So I'll get the Batman drawn and then the following weekend color it. And then this week I can wrap up One Punch, Violator, and Gambit. And then get the last two. I have this Daredevil and Punisher I need to lay out. I'm going to be late on, but oh well. So the weekend after that I can finish those. And then I can get everything fucking shipped. So I got to rebuild my shipping station. So I might take off commissions until after Christmas. I don't know, just so I can get caught up on everything else. We'll see. We'll see. All right, everybody. I will be back tomorrow in a more rested mood. So thanks for hanging out with me. You know, even though it's a little burnout, still got the work done, right? So sometimes you just gotta like bitch your way through it. I don't mind the bitch. Work still has to get done. So y'all enjoy your weekend. Do I roll out my pictures? Nope, I ship everything flat. Flat, rigid mailers. So no roll-ups, because roll-ups suck. Later, everybody.